This is your Chilli Penguin stove. This is the Woody model. So everything you need to know regarding this stove is in your instructions. It gives you a little indicator at the front regarding burning, but the full operating instructions are a little bit further on. I'll just turn the page over for you, which then indicates where the air controls are, what they do. Tells you again regarding lighting, and also then goes in step by step, lighting with solid fuel and wood, and then refueling process as well also. Goes through maintenance, again the operating instructions for the controls, but I'll go through that with you in a moment. And everything you need to know regarding maintenance, everything regarding the stove, and then we've also documented everything on the back page for you. So that's your operating instructions. Should you need to know anything about the stove, check that one first. Okay. Your stove then also has an ash pan, and this is the ash pan tool. This slots into your ash pan quite simply. So draw the ash pan, discard your ash, never straight into your bin, so you ideally want a metal bin outside or a bricked off area, somewhere to store it for a few days, or you can dampen it down and make sure it's perfectly gone out, and then discard appropriately. Quite simple. So once this gets pretty full, you need to be emptying it. Don't really let the ash bridge the bottom of the grate, because then it hinders where the air can travel from, and make sure the air is freely flowing. But very simple to do. With the stove you get a pair of gloves because it gets extremely hot. So the whole surface of the stove gets hot, especially the glass and door handle. So that's why you get a pair of gloves. The controls on this stove, you have three. We have the two at the bottom, which slide in and out. When they are fully out, they are open, fully open. The one on the left is what we call primary air. This allows air under the grate for more when you're burning smokeless coals. And the secondary air allows air through the top here and through the tertiary air bar at the back, which is your air wash system for when you're burning wood. So wood likes air from the top, smokeless coal likes air from the bottom. This stove also has what we call a boost button, which is this disc on the front, which is that when set to the top, it's in the lighting position. So it allows a lot of air in, on light up, and get your stove going nice and easily. So we've got a good crisscross pattern of kindling in there. Just going to do a little small kindling fire. We've got a flameless fire lighter in there as well. Next fire you have, start off with kindling like that, but then add a couple of small logs like we've got in the box there, just so you're establishing a hot fire bed. Kindling will burn really well, but it'll go to nothing. So a couple of smaller logs on the top, creating that hot fire bed, turning it all to charcoal. It's easier then to keep the fire going and maintain the fire. A match, just touch your fire flamers. Like I said, they light very simply. Door closed, boost button open, and both air controls fully out. This process on lighting could take 5 to 10 minutes. So the fire's getting established now. We can look at closing the boost button, which just drops straight down to the bottom there. So if you were burning wood, you wouldn't need the primary air from underneath, so we would then close that one off. And then you start looking to regulate the fire. So you want a nice optimal burn, which is obviously where the stovepipe thermometer really comes in well. And you start to depress the lever there, which then controls the burn. And you want to then be creating a slower but hotter burning fire, which is then really getting things going really well. Close out a little bit too much maybe, and just let it go as it does. And that's the basics of your stove.
Excellent, thank you.